guys, thanks for stopping by Ballistic BBQ. Today I'm going to be doing my second barbecue beef rib video. I did another one a long time ago on my old smoker, and got a couple requests to do a new one, so I'm going to. It's going to be a little bit different than the first one anyway, so that's cool. And going to be cooking it on my Gator Pit. I'm going to break it up into two videos. I've also had some requests on doing a video on how to kind of manage the heat and everything in a pit. So I'm going to also do a video on the minion method, which is the technique I use for managing the pit. So anyway, let's go into the kitchen. We'll start prepping the ribs. All right, so here are my ribs, and you know, when you're buying ribs, same goes for pork. I like to use the same kind of eye as I would if I was looking for a nice steak. I like to see a lot of marbling, a lot of fat. These ribs have that. I mean, when you think about it, beef ribs, you know, it comes from the prime rib, so you're going to have good meat here no matter what. But anyway, like pork ribs, I like to remove the membrane. I already got this started because rib membranes can be challenging. I've had them where I just reached my finger in there, loosened it up, and came right off. And then other times it's just you're kind of wrestling around with it just to get it started. This one actually got started fairly easy. It tore a little bit here, and there's a couple tears here. We'll deal with that later. But anyway, yeah, it's just like pork ribs. You know, take a knife or your finger or something, work it underneath the membrane, just get it loosened up and separated from the meat and the ribs, and then you know, usually grab a paper towel to help you. Just tear it off, and you can see. This one's not going to come off in one big pretty sheet, but you get the idea. And because of the tears here, we're going to have to kind of do it in sections anyway. So I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, just kind of let you know what's going on. I'll tear the membrane off. Any the big kind of blobs of hard fat like this, I trim these off. It doesn't render down very easily, and it just makes it a lot cleaner, the finished product a lot cleaner, just to get these big deposits of fat off of here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning these ribs up, getting the membranes off, and wash up, and then I'll hit them with a rub. So we'll be back in a sec. Right. Now, I like to hit my beef ribs with a rub, and for some reason, this is kind of controversial for some people. I like the flavor that rubs add to meat, and I understand the whole thing with beef, you know, but what it all boils down to for me personally is if, you know, if I wanted prime rib, I would just cook a prime rib. I want this to taste like ribs, and my idea of ribs, it's got a rub. And this is a rub. It's got some chipotle chili powder in here, you know, some garlic, salt. It's just a real basic rub, and it's a little bit sweet, but with a nice burn to it at the end. So this fits my taste perfectly. And I will put the recipe for this if you're interested on the video. All right, so anyway, I'm going to rub down both of these racks here. Then I'm going to get them in a just a large plastic Ziploc. Just throw them in the fridge and let them set for a few hours. Let them kind of soak up the flavors from the spices here, and then we will get them on the pit. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, it's time to put the ribs in. See, this thing is just so gigantic compared to my old one. The old New Brunsvilles, I couldn't do them side by side like this. It would be one like this, one like this. Okay, so now I want to explain a couple things. You've seen a lot of my other videos. You know, I'll put a pan of water right here towards the where the firebox opening is. That's to introduce humidity into my pit. Where I live, it's very dry. I live in Southern California, down in San Diego. You know, in the southern states, you guys get a lot of nice humidity that makes for some great barbecue. Sometimes I have to fake the humidity, and I'll put a pan of water in to get the humidity going in there. Well, it's going to rain tomorrow. It's not a dry day today, so I'm not going to worry about the humidity. Anyway, close this up. Got pecan wood in there, and I'm looking at probably 4 to 5 hours. We'll check them in a bit. All right, guys, so these have been cooking now for a little over 4 hours, and they're looking really close to being done. You can see how the meat's pulling away from the bone. It's very tender, very juicy. What I'm going to do is now finish these off, and one of the racks I'm going to apply sauce to, and the other one we're just going to leave as it is. All right, looking good. And this new pit has tuning plates, like, you know, the other one I did the mods on, it had one tuning plate. This basically has 3 sections that you can space. So during my burn-in time, when I was just sort of learning how to get the heat adjusted on this, I made little adjustments, and I got a really consistent temperature now from this end to this end. Really, really happy with this thing. All right, the shut, and we'll pull these in probably 45 minutes to an hour. Hey guys, this lid's heavy. So 45 minutes have passed, and they're done. I'm gonna pull them. See, they're very done. Look at that. Let these guys relax just a little bit, and then we'll start cutting them. Here we are, and I have to tell you that our house smells really, really good right now. So just the rub and with sauce. They still are very, very tender. Really insane smoke ring there. See, they're just very, very moist. There, look at that. This is what it's all about. Wow. It almost tastes like brisket. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one.